We love getting your questions, so we want you to keep them coming via Facebook, Twitter, and on our webpage. Who knows, we might just answer your question here in the studio audience next. Welcome back. Now, I want to go to Regina. Regina, tell us why you came here today.
Well, because I feel like I make a series of bad decisions in my life constantly. By the age of 38, I've been married and divorced 3 times.
3?
Yes.
Okay.
And not only that, I mean, from the last 7 years, I've had over 11 paying jobs. So I keep changing jobs and I'm all over the place. I don't really feel like I'm content. And I just keep changing one thing after the other, searching for something. Someone recently asked me, am I running away from something? And I just don't know what I'm looking for.
Okay, so we're bouncing all over the jobs, we're bouncing all over the marriages. So what's the question that you have for us?
I want to know, how can I begin to make sound decisions and stick with them? How can I find what I'm looking for? I really don't know what it is, but obviously in my career I need to settle down.
Yeah, I can relate to that, just in that situation, in the situation of wanting, oh, maybe there's something better out there, never just being present and loving my job. Sometimes when I'm working on a show, I'll be like, oh, but I want the next show, or what's the next job, rather than just being happy with the job.
Let's go further back. Who hurt you?
So, my father. Just never had a relationship. And so it bothers me now. It didn't bother me then, but it bothers me now. And there's nothing I can do about it.
Where is he now?
He's around, but even if and when I see him, there's just nothing. There's no relationship whatsoever. He doesn't acknowledge me.
How does that feel for you?
It hurts now that I don't have that, or never had it, or never will for that matter.
Why doesn't he acknowledge you?
That I really don't know.
Okay, let me paint a picture for you. 11 jobs, 3 husbands, 5 relationships. It goes back further and further and further. I'm looking for my father to love me. I'm looking for that acceptance. Now is the perfect time to sit Dad down and have a conversation. And it doesn't have to be something that's really heavy. It doesn't have to be something that's really, you know, a lot.
I don't know.
Why didn't that land? What are you so scared of?
It would be very, very difficult for me.
How would he respond?
I don't think that he cares at all.
And is that the fear?
Yeah, he doesn't care.
And you didn't have a daddy growing up. You don't have a daddy now. And so you've been running all over the place trying to get your needs met through men and jobs and relationships. And there's this little girl that's just broken behind it all, screaming, I'm here. See me, hear me, love me. And so all this focus that's out here, you've developed a pretty common condition that our culture deals with, much less those of us that have it, you know, on a more clinical level, and that's codependency. Every need you're trying to get met is coming from an external person or solution, and it's all unrealistic that it'll ever happen. And even if it did show up, you probably wouldn't know how to receive it.
It's almost like I don't have an option, it feels, you know, to be alone, because there's just always somebody there. You know, it's always...
Because you put them there.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
See, and that's where Miles is going with this. He says, you need someone else in order to fill you up, in order to distract you, in order to occupy your time. And what this is going to take is some courage. I'm not sure that she can do it by herself. I mean, this codependency is really ingrained.
It's a hard thing to break.
It is. But this is going to require courage. This is going to require you being sick and tired of being sick and tired, because you and you alone have to make the choice to try to do something different. But you never give people the option to show up genuinely in your life. And until you have faith over fear, it's always going to be this way for you.
So this marathon that you've been running, it's what it feels like.
Yeah.
Trying to please everybody around you to get a needs met. That stops today. And so starting today, we're going to do it a little differently. And we're going to spend some time with you and talk to you, backstage. And this is an issue that I've struggled with, and so I want to be able to drop in some resources that you can take away. Because I think you've got it in you to do it differently, and you're asking the right questions. So you did a good job today. Thank you.
Good job. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to talk to you more after the show. There's more when we come back, so stick around. We love getting your questions, so we want you to keep them coming via Facebook, Twitter, and on our webpage. Who knows, we might just answer your question here in the studio audience next.